Welcome to Fed Snacks, serving up bite-sized insights from former Feds. On today's menu, we're welcoming Mary Davie, former Deputy Associate Administrator at NASA's Mission Support Directorate. She's now the president of Mary Davie Consulting. Welcome to the show, Mary.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so could you start by telling us a bit more about your time in government?
Yeah, I'd love to. And it's funny when you said, more than 30 years, I'm like, it really was. And it kind of time flies. But I just had the best career and the best journey. I really kind of lucked out. And I would say, working at GSA for most of that time was spent really sort of facilitating the business of government through procurement and purchasing. And, you know, sitting in that seat, working with pretty much every civilian and a lot of the DoD component agencies across the world. I got to do everything from very kind of tactical um, project management, acquisition management, through running very large purchasing platforms like the GSA schedules, the GWACs, things for cyber and telecommunications. And then I got to do things like government-wide shared services. You also get to help write and implement policy and, help provide input on legislation that then also comes back in terms of acquisition related things that you get to implement there. And then when I moved to NASA, it was really helping to lead the business function. So what they call mission support. So all kind of the CXO functions and leading a large scale organizational transformation there. So a lot of different opportunities and things to do.
Yeah, that's super cool. I want to pick your brain about OneGov now with the GSA procurement acquisition transformation there.
GSA's got so many new opportunities, this past year, and I just see a lot of the momentum that has been built over the years continues to kind of progress. So it's an exciting time there as well.
Definitely. So, what are you doing now, and how are you still supporting the government mission?
Yeah, that's the fun part is I still am supporting the government mission. And even more importantly, I still get to work with a lot of friends and colleagues that I worked with during my time there, whether it's people that are still in government and also a lot of the industry folks that I worked with through my time in government. So I decided when I stepped out, I really wanted to just work part-time, but still stay involved. And so I do that through my own LLC and also, kind of a variety of supporting small companies, large companies. I help them with, sort of strategy and organizational development through, again, kind of very tactical ways in which helping them match their solutions to what the government needs are. And oftentimes helping translate what government is saying it wants or needs and kind of how the industry then, presents that back to the government. So just relying on a lot of the skills and experiences that I had over the last 30 years, and really importantly, using that network of people and the connections that I built as well. And the other fun thing is I also get to choose some things to do that aren't specifically business related or income, generating. Like I support Virginia Tech on the Department of Management on the advisory board there. So I'm a Hokie and was super excited to be able to work with them and mentor students and make sure that students have, exposure to all kinds of career opportunities, especially, in the public sector.
Yeah, that's huge. So, for federal employees that may be looking to move to the private sector, consulting outside of government, do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, I think and it was fun to well, it was interesting to watch friends and colleagues last year
Mhm.
and where people ended up landing, and it was so diverse. And I think that just says that people were, taking that opportunity to look at what what brings me joy, what skills and experiences do I have, how can I offer those, and so people have done all kinds of different things. And I think that's the thing to think about is what does bring you joy? What are things that you are really good at? What do you like to do? What do you not like to do? And I think those are really important questions to think about. And then just having lots of conversations with people as you're thinking about a transition. In some cases, it might be a little bit unexpected. In other cases, you might have longer to kind of decide. And I really reached out across my network and had many, many conversations with people to understand where the opportunities were, what the expectations were, how they thought I could be helpful, again, given kind of my background and my experience. So
Right.
I would say just really know yourself, make sure that you're asking a lot of questions. And the other thing I think to keep in mind is where you end up landing, out of government may just be a stepping stone, right, to the next thing, but certainly take it for the learning experience, expanding your network, developing new skills and experiences and things like that.
Yeah, that's great advice. And thank you again for joining. This was great to learn more about your career and what you're doing now and have you on the show. So thanks.
Thank you so much.
For more Fed snacks, head to govciomedia.com.